Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to draft this ALTER neckline with Princess Dart bustier. If this is what you like to learn, please join me and let's dive into the tutorial as I teach you and I take you through. Please subscribe, like and share my page. Thank you and God bless you as you do so. You can see how well relaxed and well laid the neck is. Please subscribe. Thank you and God bless you. So the first thing I'm going to do is to mark my bust point, my underbust and my waistline. So the bust point I'm working with is 10.5, the underbust is 14 inches and the waistline is 17.5. And the neckline I'm working with is 3 by 3 inches and the shoulder line is 7.5. The neck width is 3 by 3 inches, just as you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is to come down by the 1 inch shoulder slope and connect the line to my neckline, just like so. So I'll mark my armhole depth, which is 8 inches from the shoulder slope. 8 inches from the shoulder slope, and I'll connect it just like so. I'm trying to mark it and I make sure that I have a straight line. So I'm trying to connect it now and I'll connect it just like so. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 2 inches round. Sorry, I'm going to mark one. I'm not going to make it up to 2 inches. 1.75. That is what I'll be marking. I'll be marking 1.75 round the neckline. I'm going to be marking it round just like so. 1.75. I do not want the outer neck, the round neck. I do not want it to be too wide. So I'll be marking 1.75 and I'll be connecting it just like so. I'll be using my pencil to connect it first to make sure that I have it well connected and well shaped. Then I will use my marker to connect it just like so. So after doing that, I'm going to get my bust point. The bust point I'm working with is 40 inches, which is 10. I've marked my 10 inches and I've gotten the midpoint and I came in by ½ inch. Then I'm going to connect the line just as you can see. I'm going to connect the line to my armhole to the 10 inches that I've marked just like so. I'm trying to make sure that I've placed the armhole ruler well before connecting. So I've connected it just like so, and the next thing I'll be doing now is I'm going to come down by 2½ inches right there, 2½ inches, and I'll connect it to the armhole. You can see the way I've placed my ruler, so I'll connect it to the armhole just like so. I came down by 2½ inches. You can come down by 3, you can come up by 2 inches, depends on what you want. So what I'm doing there is 2.5. So I'll get my nipple to nipple point. The nipple to nipple point I'm working with is 8 inches, and I'm marking 4 inches down to the waistline from the bust point, just like so, as you can see. So after that now, what I'm going to do is that on this side that I have my neckline, on this side is going to be a folded part, the middle part. I'm going to come in by 1 inch. I'm going to come in by 1 inch on this part. I'm going to come in by 1 inch. And on the other part there, I'm going to come out by 1.5 inches, which altogether is going to be 2.5 inches dart. So I'm going to mark the same thing on my underbust line, and I'm going to connect the line just like so. 1.5 inches on the armhole part and 1 inch on the folded part, the middle part, and I'm going to connect the line just as you can see. So I'm going to be getting it curved. I'm going to mark I'm going to curve it to connect it to my nipple point from the under bust, just as you can see. So after doing that, now I'm going to, you can see the way I've placed my ruler. You can see the way I've placed it, that the curved part is resting on this part here. Make sure that your curved part of the ruler is resting on this part and resting on the point at the armhole there. So you can get the straight and a very curved bust area there. Please ensure that you place your curved ruler well and everything is rightly placed so that I can get a perfect bust and a perfect bust curve right there. So I'm connecting it with my, so I've connected it now, and the next thing I'm going to do is instead of getting my half inch on that part, I'm going to move it closer to this part now, and I'm going to connect it just as you can see. I'm going to connect it just like so, and make sure that it is getting into the armhole, into the bust curve like this. Yes, I'm going to blend it in just as you can see like this, and make sure that you blend it. You can see that I did not start from the armhole because that is where our neckline is going to be, our armhole is going to start from. That's our new armhole, so that's why I'm starting there. So I've marked my bust point, which is 10 inches. I marked the dart that I have there, which is ½ inch, and I'm going to replace it there, ½ inch, and I'm going to trying to get a right value. So I'm going to place it here right now, as you can see. Then I'll go to my waistline, and the waistline I'm working with is 35, and I'm going to mark 8.75 right on the waistline with the 2 inches that I have there. So I'm going to mark it too, and I'll connect the line just like so. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So for our bust dart, I'm going to go down by 1.5, which is the difference between the back half length and the front half length that I'm working with, 1.5 inches. Yours can be 2. It depends on how big the bust you're working with is, and it could be 1 inch. It depends on, you have to measure it to get the right value. So I'm making use of 1.5 because that is what I'm using. And right now I'm going to come up by 1 inch right here and mark 1 inch to extend that line, and I'm going to use my curved ruler because that part is actually a curved part. So I'm going to use my curved ruler to connect it just like so. And after that, I'm going to reconnect the armhole from the new line that I've just measured now. So I'm connecting it just like so, and I'll be cancelling this armhole. It is no longer our armhole, and we've gotten a new armhole. So now that will be all about the front parts, and I'll be cutting it out now. So that will be all. I hope you can see how it looks like. So I'll be cutting it out now. Please, I hope you can see the way I'm cutting it out now. Just cut it out like this, and do not exceed this armhole. Our new armhole area, we are not going to exceed that part. So I'll cut this bust area just like this, and I hope you can see the way I'm cutting it now up onto this point here. Then I'm going to cut like this because I have a bust dart in this part here. So I'm going to open the bust dart now. I'm going to open it just like so, and you can see, so we have a shortage in that area, and I've connected it back. So I'm going to continue cutting now, and you can see how I've cut it. So that part, I'm going to remove the excess that we have. So this part is out now, and I'll cut the new armhole line, which is this part, up onto this part. I hope you can see. And I'm going to cut the neckline out just like so. Please be careful while cutting so that you not cut it wrongly. Please ensure that you cut it in the rightful way. So this is going to be the front pattern. So here is the front pattern. You can see how neat and how neatly it is looking and how nice it is looking. So this is our front pattern. We're going to the back pattern now. So on the back pattern, trying to pin it down now. So on the back pattern, I've already marked my 1.5 inch for zipper allowance, the neck width 1 inch and the neck depth, the neck width 3 inches and the neck depth 1 inch. My armhole is still the same thing as the front part. I came in by 1/4 inch and the bust point 10.5 and the waistline is 60 inches. Remember, we have removed 1.5 from our bust, from our front waistline. So the back waistline now is 16 inches. And then I'll be coming in by my 4 inches. Right there, and I'll connect the waistline just like so. And I'm going to, next thing I'm going to do is to mark 1/2 inch dart on both sides. I'll be marking 1/2 inch dart on both sides just like this. And I will be connecting it to the chest area just like this. So the next thing I'll do is to come down by 1.75 that I came down with on the front neckline. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the back neckline now. 1.75. Please ensure that whatever you use in the front neckline, that is the same thing you should repeat in the back neckline. So I'm repeating what I have used in the front neckline now, and I'll be connecting it just like so. If you make use of 2 inches in the front neckline, ensure that you make use of 2 inches in the back neckline so that they can align together properly. So I've connected it just like so. And the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch on the zipper allowance to avoid our zipper bulge, to eliminate it, and I'm going to mark it up until the chest area just like so. And I'll mark my 1.5 inches to make sure that I have a complete 1.5 inch. I'm going to mark it inward just as you can see like this, and I'm going to connect it again to that part, and I'm going to replace the 1/2 inch that I've took from the bodies. I took 1/2 inch from the bodies, as you can see. I'm going to replace it back on this part to make sure that we do not have any shortage in that area, just like so. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark our armhole. Now I'm going to be marking our armhole, and I'm going to come down by 2.5 inches the same way I came down in the front part. Please ensure that you are using the same value. Whatever value you use in the front, make sure you use the same value right at the back. So I'll be marking 2.5 inches, and I'm going to connect it into the armhole and make sure that my ruler is well placed. Please ensure that the ruler is well placed and just connect it just like so. And this will be all for our back pattern, and I'm going to cut it. If you want to have a princess dart on the back pattern, you can still do the same. You can have your princess dart at the back pattern as well, but I just want it to be like this. That is why I'm marking it just like this. I hope you can see the way I'm cutting it out now. Please subscribe, like, and share my page. If you find this tutorial helpful, please do well to subscribe. Post on your notification bell in order for you to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And I'll be uploading the sewing parts like as soon as possible. Right after uploading this video, I'm going to be uploading the sewing part almost immediately. Please stay tuned. This is the part 1. I'm going to upload the cutting on the fabric and this sewing and the sewing I'll be uploading it. So this is what our back looks like. I hope you can see that it came out nice. Please, thank you for watching, and God bless you on the next one.